Hey everybody, welcome back. Part 2 of Quarantine Cooking with Dad, Quarantine Steak Chili. Today we are making the chili base, and in the oven I am reheating all the meat that we cooked yesterday. And we're gonna get that reheated, brought back up to temperature, and then we're gonna dump it into the chili. Right now, what I've done is I've taken the onions and the peppers and I've sauteed them, and I've ground the 3 pounds of ground beef. You can see the different color onions and peppers and everything. And so this is ready. The fat in there is going to help us blend the seasonings. It's going to help us blend the seasonings. So I'm going to start, and just like when I was doing the spaghetti sauce for my lasagna, we're going to put the seasonings and the tomatoes in slowly. So we're going to put 2 packs of the chili mix. 2 packs of the chili. Let's go ahead and put 3 in.
It's very strong.
And then we'll stir it in to the meat, and then we'll start adding the tomatoes. Now the tomatoes that we're using they also have peppers. They also have peppers already mixed in with them. 4 cans of chipotle peppers and 3 cans of green chilies. So you can see the way that the seasoning is getting connected because of the fats to the meat. And so it's at a good temperature. Now I'm going to start adding tomatoes. First can. We use petite diced tomatoes because my kids don't like to see a lot of whole tomatoes. They eat them when they don't know they're there. But so we'll just do 2 cans right now.
What was that line?
Because I put them in there and you guys don't know it's there. And so you eat them without even knowing it. So what we're doing is we're bringing this up slowly. You can see that it's still boiling. The tomato juice, that's the liquid that was in with the diced tomatoes, are going to help it stay. And so if we just put the cans of tomato in slowly, it helps everything stay at a good temperature. And so we'll get that mixed in real good. And we'll go ahead and add 1 more can of tomatoes. And then stir that in, and then we'll add 2 more bags of the chili powder. Again, this is a huge recipe for a huge family. We usually have chili. We usually have leftover chili to eat for 2 or 3 days after we have the first batch, which is good because I like to mix chili with macaroni and cheese, and I like to chili goes well with everything. If you have leftover spaghetti noodles, you can do what some people refer to as Cincinnati chili, which is chili poured over spaghetti noodles. I never knew that was called Cincinnati chili until my kids got back from Cincinnati. And they said, "This is Cincinnati chili."
Did you tell them that you preheated the oven on?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got the oven on because the meat's in there coming back up to temperature. Okay, so I just put it on 200. We're not really wanting to cook that meat anymore. All we want to do is just bring it up to temperature. Okay, now let's add 2 more cans of the tomatoes. That one's with the green chilies. This is one with chipotle peppers.
Do the tomatoes look different?
Not really. They're just, all the tomatoes I use are petite diced. That means they're chopped up really good. Of course, this is going to simmer once we get everything put together, it's going to simmer on low for, oh goodness, probably an hour. Probably an hour. And once everything has simmered on low for an hour and everything's melded and blended together, then we're going to serve it either over corn chips, over rice, with cheese, and some of the kids like sour cream, and you know we'll eat it however we want. Some of the kids don't like chili and they just want hot dogs, so we might even just make hot dogs.
And this.
But you take some of this chili and put it on the hot dogs. Now, what you're going to notice is that I have put no beans in this chili, because what I'm making is chili, not chili beans. Chili does not have beans. Chili beans has beans.
Beans.
That's how it works in the real world. Chili beans is chili which contains beans, but chili is meat, tomato, and chili. That makes chili.
Wait,
Now,
I like
the
chili
tomato
beans.
sauce is, the tomatoes are boiling again. So we will put our last 2 packs of chili mix, and we'll probably add maybe a can, possibly 2, of water to it. I need to see how it looks once I get finished adding all these ingredients, just to give it something to boil off while we're letting all those flavors blend together.
Oh my goodness. It's making my congestion go away.
It's helping you clear your sinuses?
Yeah.
Well, it is good chili. There are habaneros and jalapenos in there.
But it's making my throat hurt.
Ah, that's how you know it's working.
Um,
That's how you know it's working. All right, so we got the chili powder and everything in here, and then the last 2 cans. And then we'll bring it up to temperature, and then I'll bring the steak and put it into the chili once we get this situated. Let me mix this. Now there is some liquid in the. Okay, stay there. I'm going to get about 1 can of water to mix in. And mix that. Oh yeah.
yeah, that looks good. Especially since you're gonna bring in the meat and that has its broth.
Now the meat also has some liquid in it, but it's kind of brothy at this point. The meat we're going to pour in here is kind of brothy at this point. So we're going to keep watching right now until we're ready to pull that out. Once that starts boiling again, we will start putting we'll put the meat in it and then start simmering. And once we get it simmering, it'll be it'll be almost time for chili. I almost can't stand it. I'm almost ready to
Eat it like that.
get a little taste of it right now. As long as nobody's looking. See if anybody's looking.
How is it?
Well,
Tell the camera that.
that is tasty. Woo! It's got a little snap to it,
Yeah.
which is good.
Chili tends to do that.
Chili should have a little snap to it. That's how we know it's working.
Right.
All right.
There's a lot of stuff you need to know it's working.
There's a lot of stuff that indicates that it's working.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Let's see.
All
So
the
there's what it looks like. Now, if you just made your chili based on the package, that chili would be the kind of chili that you get if you just made the chili package that we got from like Food City. However, we're going to add.
It's
My
there.
hot pants. We're going to add. Need another one. They're right there. We're going to add the beef, the steak. That's why I call it steak chili, because I like to take these stew beef. Now again, we have taken it and we have brought it up to temperature. I let it cool overnight, and then I reheated it. So it's like second day chili already.
And Larry went on its 4-day trip to Flavortown.
Oops, yep, that's the one we want. Now, let me take the lid off.
That looks really good. A lot of the meat is being like buried by the broth. There's a lot more meat in there that like the camera doesn't do it justice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, it's already really liquidy.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. Watch this. There's a nice big piece of meat. Watch. It just breaks. It's so
Wow.
tender now.
Yeah,
It's
because
so
it's been
tender.
cooked and then cooked again
Now,
after.
the chili stock is ready. And now I'm going to add. Let me back up a little bit. I'm going to add the meat to the chili.
This is a very concentrating moment.
No, it's
The suspension is killing me.
suspense.
The suspense
Suspension is
is-
what's underneath the car that holds the wheels on.
the suspense is killing me. This is,
See, we homeschool. That was a teachable moment.
yeah.
Ooh, look at the peppers and the onions.
Ooh,
And,
look at the splatters.
oh, I'm trying not to splatter too much because my wife gets mad at me when I make a mess.
But that's how you know it's
That's how you know it's working. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And it like filled, the pan was like halfway earlier. It filled it all the way
Now-
to the top.
When we mix this all together, all
Is
of
that
these
mine?
flavors, all of these flavors are going to mix together. Once we get this guy up to a little bit of a boil, then we turn it back down to simmer. Oh,
I can't wait for the rice.
once we do the rice, and we'll do the rice a special way. You get another spoon.
Yeah, are we gonna show them the way that we learned
I don't
how to do
know.
rice?
We'll see. We get another spoon to get a piece of meat.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Is
Oh,
that amazing?
oh my word.
Does it have that much of a bite?
No, no. It's not. Let me get you a spoon.
I don't want
You want a
to.
bite?
Nah.
Hey Joey, you want to take a bite of chili? All right. Then I'll use this another spoon and I'll get another bite.
Right. No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. There's quarantine chili.
Are you okay? Do you need water?
I just got a pepper in my mouth.
Do you need water?
No, I'm good. We're gonna let this simmer around 5:30. We're going to start pouring it into bowls, and we'll be ready to eat. So, I hope you enjoyed it. You at least helped to keep Hannah and I from getting cabin fever as we make these videos. So, we'll see you guys hopefully for another episode of Cooking with Dad.